Another important thing is about why China can actually grow and why China is allowed to make trading fairs in a situation like the pandemic. You may not know that in the beginning China actually delayed everything. They delayed everything. They reached the point that even the national holidays was extended just to not force people to go back to work. Just because they knew that if they fought the virus with a lot of strength and early, they could actually get out of it pretty fast. Especially if they managed to isolate the virus in a small area. Speaking for the size of China, Hubei is just a province, but in general it's a province with the size of population that a major European country has, so it's not really small. Yet it was possible to do this kind of isolation, and it is possible, and if it is possible in a place like China, which has a lot of difficult terrain, a huge amount of population, different languages within the same country, because not everybody in China can speak Mandarin, although most can, because especially in the more remote region like Tibet or Xinjiang or even Inner Mongolia, a lot of people are still kind of bilingual, but they don't really use Mandarin that much, and their own language is very far from Mandarin, so it's not like a dialect, it's a different language. And yet they managed to sort it out even with those kind of challenges. And I think that now the chance to make a fair for their business to grow, although this is a small fair and mostly for internal customers, so it didn't really suffer from the fact that all the airports are closed and things like that. But the thing is, the fact that they opened the fair means that they actually tested their approach to sort out the virus spread, and now they can actually they can actually live with it. I mean, not live with it meaning get themselves infected and speak about herd immunity. It's more like prevent it by simply thinking that the virus is everywhere all the time, instead of thinking we don't have almost any case, or maybe in this city there is no case, or maybe in this province there has been a case for months, and think, okay, mask is not useful. No, people still wear it, and even if people don't wear the mask by themselves, there is always a public security officer or a private security officer coming to ask them to put it back. And I say that because I seen it happening in this fair just yesterday, when everybody was mounting things, everybody was tired, there was not too much people around. It's not even a matter of security distance, just the Bawan, so the private security came here, said, you need to wear the mask, I don't care, and don't go away until you do, and make sure you don't remove it after. And I think this is also a winning approach, because you cannot control what people will do all the time, but if you make them notice that you're not going to pretend you don't see them, then they will start to feel a little bit more shameful when they do something wrong. And I think that sorts it out. I mean, that explains a lot. So for everybody who thinks that China is not recovering, China has no economic growth, it's all fake, and actually everybody's dead here, it's all bullshit. But yeah, that's the reality. Reality is pretty loud, and you can't ignore reality. No matter how much you would prefer that your country would be better than China. Personally, my own country is worse than China by far, and it's shameful as a citizen of a developed country to see that. But on the other side, I believe that being able to accept this change of balance in the world stage is needed in order to make our own life better eventually, because we know who is doing things better than us. We know who to look up to for determined things. We know who to look up to for other things. And we know we are no longer the best ones in everything, although I don't think we've ever been. This is the decade of Asia. It's starting now. Perhaps it's not going to be just the decade of China. It's going to be just an Asian comeback.